So, let me just get this coming through, guys, because I'm assuming it's going to take you.
That's a minute.
Oil as well. So there's actually, working with this length, there's actually a few different ways that we can do it. He wants to be able to tie it up. If this was me, I need to show you guys a certain thing, so I'm going to do it different to how I would do it if I didn't have to show you that. Yeah, so if this was me, I would do a one length haircut. Just because if he wants to tie it all up, he wants all that length so he can bun it. I'm gonna put layers in it, because that's obviously what I'm showing you guys. I swear that. Yeah, you still will be able to tie it up, but it won't. A one length probably would have been better. But he's happy with me to do that to show you guys anyway, so that's cool. Okay, cool. Alright, so when we're doing layered haircuts, we start in a position. Now that position is called the profile line. Okay, so let me talk through what that is. So what a profile line is I'm going to cut a thin strip through the middle here. Once I cut that to the length I want, that's going to be my guide to follow for the rest of the layers. Alright? So, first things first, what I have to do is I want to separate the front from the back. Now I'm just talking about the top, don't even worry about the back and sides again. Now to do that, I'm going to section from the highest point to just behind the ears. Alright? There's certain bones that we use on the head to use as reference points when we're sectioning. So try and remember these. The highest point of the head, that's called the apex. Yeah? The bone behind your ears, the bone that has a fall behind your ears, it's called the mastoid. Yeah? And then the bone in the middle of the back of the head, the sticky out one, that's the occipital. Yeah? When we're doing these longer haircuts, we use these as reference points. Yeah, same goes when we're doing clipper work, there's a different set of bones that we, as well as we use different bones as well. Alright, and I'll talk to you about that. So, the highest point of the head is called what, guys?
Apex.
Cool. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to section from the apex down to, what's the bone called behind your ears?
Mastoid.
Cool. Yeah. So I'm going to get that section in place. And what this is going to do is this is going to separate the top, the front from the back. So, chin up for me. It's been a while since I've had a haircut. In 2012 and 7. 2014. Wow. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to section in my profile line. So I'm going to create a thin line through the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off centre left, get all that coming down, and off centre right. Right, so this is the profile line. I'm going to pull this up and I'm going to take roughly about half the length off. And that is what I'm going to follow to make sure the rest of my layers are bang on. Alright? So I want to grab two martial ones. Now this, I want to keep dead straight. So what I mean by that is, the head shape here has got a curve. I'm going to ignore that, and I'm just going to keep this like completely square. I'm going to build up that corner at the front. You want to see my guy? It gets quite difficult when you're working with hair this long. Thankfully, the head blocks are a little bit shorter than this. Cool. All right. So with that profile line I've just cut, I'm going to push it onto one of the panels to the right hand side. All right. So now this panel here, I'm going to break this up into different sections. Like so. And I'm going to bring each section up, find my guide, my short point here, and I'm going to keep it dead straight. Make sense? Cool. When I lift this section up, everyone actually comes in closer because it is there, but it's quite small. Everyone comes in and has a look. Everyone see that? If you can't, say. I'll do it again. Come and have a look. So look at the far left of where my fingertips are. Everyone see it? Like I said, it's more difficult on shorter hair, longer hair. If it was on shorter hair, you'd see it really easy.
Because it's quite long, you're not cutting off like the length.
Sorry?
You're not cutting off the length.
The perimeter?
Yeah.
Like one length? No, I'm not gonna. I would, like I said, if I was in a shop doing this haircut, I would do it that way. But I need to show you guys building internal. Yeah.
Will we be showing all that other stuff on the blocks again to re-summarise it?
Not one length, no. No. It's not really for level 3 students, it's too easy. We teach one lengths on the level 2, but you won't really, to be honest, you'll hardly ever need to do one lengths. That's the first one I've done. Well, if I was to do it on here, it would be the first one I've done it on a real person in years. The reason why we teach that on level 2 is just so you can get a basic understanding of sectioning and getting a little bit of control real quickly. Cool, so I'm just going to come around, guys. And I'm going to bring it straight up. Now, when I get beneath the... Let me show you. Now, as you can see, I've picked up hair now slightly lower than what's in line with the recession. So I'm just going to leave it. Yeah, I'm not going to go down any lower than that. Because I know that I'm going to be pulling all the sides out, so I don't want to waste time layering all that now. Alright, cool. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take away half of that section. And I'm going to put my next section in place. That makes sense, yeah? Is this all stuff that you guys have learned before? Yeah? So it's quite straightforward stuff. Cool. Straight up. Once in my bag. Cool. Come one more down. Again, take away half. Pick up my next section. Obviously, try and keep your sections as clean as possible. Now, what's another important thing, guys, is you've got to make sure that each section you're pulling it straight up from the head. You start pulling it back or forward, it's going to affect the length. Yeah. If you put it behind your section, you're going to add length. Put it in front of it, it's going to go shorter. Yeah. Over direction is called. Which is something we will be working on once we've locked down basics of this. Cool, so I'm just making my way to the front of a nice small section. I'm going to make sure it's accurate. Cool. So that's one side done. What I need to do now is I need to replicate that on this side. So I'm going to take some of this over onto that side. So I've got a guide and do the exact same thing again. Makes sense, yeah? So again, it's quite straightforward stuff at the minute, guys. Right? But for most of you. For most of you. Alright, cool. So again. Match out to the back. On the round, bring it up square. Match out to the back. Section away half. Yes. Yeah, I was going to say. Cool. Alright, so that's the top done. Now I need to get up to the crown. Now the crown will break up slightly different to the front. The back of the head is round. Yeah? So what's the perfect way to break up a round shape?
Doing
Not
it
quite.
square, innit?
Not quite. I'm talking about the sectioning. How do you, yes, bisections, yeah? Like a pizza. If we're all sharing a pizza, for us all to get the same size slice, we're going to slice it up into triangles, yeah? So, quite a challenging one for a Monday morning. So what I'm going to do, before I get onto the back, I'm going to re-section off the back and the front. Remember the name of the bones, you don't speak. The top of the head?
Right there.
And where's it going to go down to? Try. Sit it. And that's it. Just behind the ear. Gently have a blue bar on the next blue bars. Cool. Alright, so here's my back section. Alright? Now, remember at the very beginning I put my profile line in the front? I'm going to extend that profile line around the back.
Right, so.
Like so. Now when I pick this up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a tiny piece from the front, which I can use as a guide. So if you guys see now, and again I'm going to be bringing it up completely square. You want to see my guide? I want to keep this dead straight. So when I'm picking this hair up, I'm going to bring it back up to in line. And again, bring it straight up. And I'm going to work my way round down to about the occipital, because remember again, this I'm going to lay at the back and side bit, so I don't have to worry too much about that. Cool, so that profile line I've just cut, I'm going to push it into the back right panel. Now this is where our pizza slices come into play. What I'm going to do, here's my pivot point. So there's my first pizza slice, there's my second, there's my third, until it links into the side. Make sense? Yeah? Cool.
Taking it down to the occipital?
Yeah, so my section, anything below that, I'm not going to be bringing that up, because I'm going to lay that when I do the back and sides. Yeah, yeah.
Guys, call me over before you start.
Cool. My final one, I'll make sure it links in with my front by taking a little bit more through the front. So now I'm going to do the exact same thing on the left hand side. Yeah, so again, take some of this, bring that over onto that side, and just replicate the process. My first piece of slack. Yes, sir. If you'd like to come with Jack up, please take final section again. I just want to make sure that it links in. So. Cool. Alright, so that's the top here. It's a bit of a struggle. Now, before I move on to the back and sides, what I'm just going to do, I'm just going to have a little quick cross check. I'm just going to make sure that it does all balance out. Obviously, there was a lot of length that come off, so with hair getting in the way, there may be a few little imperfections that I just need to fix. So to cross check, for those of you that don't know what it is, you're taking your sections in the opposite direction so you've cut it. Yeah, so I took my sections this way, I'm going to take my sections that way, create a cross, and then it's just a good way to double check. When I'm cross checking as well, my section's a little bit thicker. If the hair was shorter, I wouldn't even bother cross checking. But it's just because it is a little bit longer, I just want to make sure that it's perfect. Cool. Alright. So now what I need to do is I need to section off the top or the back and sides. Now you probably heard what I said earlier, I'm going to use a horseshoe section. Does everyone know what a horseshoe section is? Yeah? If you don't know, it's a section literally in the shape of a horseshoe. From both the session points round to the back. And it's what helps us separate the top from the back and sides. So if I'm going to be layering the back and sides now, I don't want all of this flopping over. Yeah? So what I'm going to do, as a left-hander, is anyone left-handed in it? Right. So as a left-hander, I'll start from the left-hand side. Obviously, you right-handers, you start on the other side. Right? So what I'm going to do, comb it all back. See the recession point where the sides meets the top.
Emily, did you do that first grade?
I'm just going to set it up. Now, when I'm layering the back and sides, we break it up into different panels. So, my first panel is going to be down to the masthead. Alright, so there's 4 panels, there's quarters. So we break it up. So my first quarter is going to be to here. Now the reason why we break up in quarters is because once I've finished the quarter, I need to cross-check to make sure it's right. Why do you think it's important to cross-check whilst we're cutting the top, as opposed to not just at the end? Sorry, whilst we're cutting the back and sides, as opposed to not just at the end. It's time. It does, but there's a reason why it says something.
Because you're not cutting it
your
twice.
lines are wrong, you're going to do the whole rest of the haircut wrong.
Exactly. Yeah. So let's just say if I slip and change the length and follow that guide right around, it's going to be wrong. Yeah. All of this is going to be wrong from the position I made a mistake. So just once you've done a quarter, make sure it's right, move on. All right. So with this length, I'm going to use an overhand technique. I would say for lengths like the length of the comb and shorter, which would be most of the time, you'll be using an underhand. All right, which is what we will mainly be focusing on once we've done that one haircut to take it down. All right. So now vertical sections, like so, and I want to get this the same as that. So when I pull this out, what I should see. Turn the touch higher. What I want to be able to see is my shoulder at the top of the section, and when I cut the top. Everyone see? I want to keep it square. Dead straight. Like so. Alright? So now that's my guide. Now, that's the easy part. The most difficult thing to get this accurate is the position you're putting the hair to. Now let me explain it to you. So I'm going to take my next section. Like so. Now what I need to make sure that when I come in and pick up this section, I need to make sure that I'm pulling it dead in line with the position I've took my section at. If I pull it too much this way, what do you think is going to happen? It'll get shorter. If I pull it too much this way, it'll get longer. Yeah? I think you go like this. When we're doing underhand, if you pull it back from your section, you're going to add length. If you pull it past your section, you're going to lose length. Yeah? Obviously I'm coming in from behind, so I have to flip it. If I pull it too much this way, I'm going to get shorter. So I need to make sure that when I pull this out to my right, the hair that I'm cutting is coming out dead straight. And when it is this long, it is tough. Take away half of the section. Pick up my next one. And again, when I comb this out to my guide, I've got to make sure the hair I'm cutting is coming out dead straight. Where is it? Yeah, you do, but obviously the difficult part about that, whether it's this long it won't matter too much. When it's shorter, it'll wrap around your fingers. So it's a little bit more difficult, but yeah, I've been using the thin teeth of the comb and you've got to have a lot of tension for sure. Of course, my final section, and then my first quarter's done. So an overhand technique, guys, it's not massively technical. Yeah, it's a little bit different to underhand. I couldn't see my back there, so Cool. So now again, to cross check, if I took vertical sections, I now want to go horizontally. And this is the moment of truth. It should be, yeah, it should be bang on. If there is any little bits out, take it off when you cross checking. Sorry. Jeez. I should have a backup phone. Forever dropping. Lovely. Thank you. Yeah. Any imperfections? Just take them back. Cool? Alright, so that's my first quarter done. Once I've done that, I'm going to extend this horseshoe round. To my next quarter, which would be the centre of the back. So I can see now that I need to work around to here. Now it gets a little bit more difficult now because this is where the head shape curves round. Yeah, it's different to the head shape being flat. Yeah, it curves round. So I need to make sure every section that I'm doing, I'm walking around with it. It makes sense. It's easier to over direct and change the length while you're turning the corners as opposed to the flat side. That makes sense? Yeah? Cool. So what I'm going to do, take my first section, make sure that it's coming out in line with this. So I'm no longer pulling it square. Each section is at a different angle. I think the word is perpendicular to the head. Yeah? Does anyone know what that means? Can anyone see my guide or not? I can, but it's my section's too big. I'm going to try and quickly work through this now. I guess a little bit repetitive. A couple more sections on that end of the back, then I'm going to cross check again.
Okay, to ask a quick question.
Far away.
Obviously, you've been stopping to explain that. How long would this usually take in a real,
You know
barber
what?
shop?
It's only because there's so much hair coming off. It's taken me quite a while.
But you've been explaining as well, haven't you? So it's taking.
Yeah, I mean, if it was this length and I was only trimming it, it wouldn't really take too long. But all this hair getting in the way and sectioning it, it'd probably take an hour.
Yeah.
It'll take an hour.
It's a lot of hair.
It is. Alright, cool.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
let's have a look how we're going, guys. And again, the shape we're looking for now is it's going to start working around the head. So pretty much the length here, I want it to be the same as the length here. That's obviously where I'm up to. Let's go. Alright, cool. So now let's just continue working on it. So again, I want to extend that horseshoe. if you've ever lost where you are, obviously I don't know where I'm going to go. Give it a little cross check and it'll tell you where to start. Yeah, so guys, the same rules apply, just round the other side. As I said, it gets quite repetitive. It's just following your sections around. So I've got one more section on my third quarter, and then again I'm just going to cross check just to make sure that I'm in line. Cool. Alright, let's get this done. Apologise about time. Nearly there, nearly there. Butterfingers this morning. Thank you.
So given it's the first haircut in a good couple of years, is it for a special occasion?
Hey?
Is it for a special occasion, or if you don't mind me asking? If you do, tell me to mind my own business. Sorry.
That's it, I've had enough.
Just told me, yeah.
You.
Get it cut.
Yeah.
I just raised a bit of money for charity as well. I said if we make 10 grand, I'd cut it as well. So.
Oh, nice.
Good work.
Yeah, we made it.
Awesome.
Did you have to do anything for it?
Yeah, we did the 3 peaks challenge.
What's that?
Climbed 3 highest peaks in
Yeah.
the UK in 24 hours.
No way.
Yeah.
In 24 hours?
Yeah.
What are they, the 300?
Ben Nevis, Scaffold Fight, and then Snowden.
Thank you very much.
What was the charity, mate?
Trinity Hospice. I'm a palliative care specialist there.
Okay. Good work.
In 24 hours?
Yeah. It's a good effort, isn't it?
Just over, but we had an injury, so.
You had an injury?
Yeah, not me, no.
What happened?
She lost her knee on the first one, so
Busting.
lost the knee, so it
Fell
took an
over.
extra hour, yeah.
Did you complete it? Or?
No, she couldn't do the second one, and then the third one had to come back down. But we did it, but just took a bit longer because we had to wait.
10 grand, that's a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're close to the draw.
Fantastic, mate.
Right, one more section. And then finally, guys, I'm just going to cross-check this side. Just to see. Cool. Alright, so I know I layered it the same length on the back and sides as the top, so I took that quite down. However, I still like to go through and just check my connection, because there may be some parts, especially around the back, where I do need to connect. So when you're connecting a longer length like this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to split it down the middle. I'm going to separate it, and that's going to create a complete shape. That's just kind of half the amount of hair I'm taking over. Does that make sense? As opposed to bringing it all over. I can show you. If I split it down the middle, just quickly run through. Making sure that there's no overhang. And there shouldn't be. But like I said, there may be on a few areas. I'd just like to double check. Cool. It is just worth double checking. Hold on, bring me side out there.
Sydney.
Alright.
Coconut.
Whereas his hair's a bit knotty in this.
Need you just good for home around.
Yeah. So again, I mean, look, it's such a tiny amount, but it's a difference between, you know, creating a complete shape. Cool. All right. Come on. Now, like I said, guys, in the shop I've drawn one length as well, but it's not what I'm going to show you guys. All that I'm working on is what I've just done. First of all, that length, and then a shorter version, quite a lot shorter version. I'm saying a little bit longer than mine actually, but yeah, more kind of under hat, but building that same shape. Yeah, square out on the sides, square out on top, linking it in. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to take away somebody's neck of that.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Pretty sure. Alright, cool guys. Joel, thank you very much for your time and patience, my friend. Great.
Well done.
Stand up for me. Like I said, this is what I want you guys to be working on today. What we're going to do. Nice one, man. Thank you very much.
Cheers, guys.
All the best.
So, what I want everyone to do, I want us all to get out our head block.